Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Florida Boy. I hope by now you know who I am, hopefully. Unless it's your first time here at the channel, then welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a couple different things, but for the most part, we're going to be talking about the Trustfire MC3. Let's get into it. So this is the Trustfire MC3. I'm actually pretty stoked because I have not gotten to put my hands on one of these bad boys yet. And really, that's the case for any of the Trustfires. I have pretty much zero experience with Trustfire. Not to say they haven't been on my radar, but I just, for whatever reason, haven't picked one up yet. And fun fact, I got a random email from Kevin over at Trustfire. He reached out asking if I would like to take a look at one of the flashlights and if anything looked good to me. And yeah, he picked this one out for me. I was looking at another one that they're temporarily out of stock on, so he said this was very comparable, and it looks like it is. So this is the MC3. We see a max of 2,500 lumens. They have a 3-year warranty, and we'll just get in real close here so we can see we've got 2,500 lumens. What is Cree XHP and 32, I say 32,000 candela. So, sorry, the glare from my angle is a little rough. So this opening knife today is, oh man, the CJRB brachial. Oh God. Oh man, I can never remember the name of this knife, but it was sent to me by Dan, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Let's get this out of frame, and that is such a good knife, and it's not just because of the copper, I promise. So let's go ahead and get into this box. So on the website, this bad boy runs right about 60 bucks. It's like $59.90. I do have a discount code that you can use if you'd like to save 20%, and it's not just on this flashlight. You can save 20% across the Trustfire website. That is going to be KL20. I will also put that down in the description of this video as well, just in case, you know, you forget what it is when you leave the video and then come back and want to try to find it again. Just a little bit of dust, no biggie there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look at this guy here. So we do have our directions, and I'll do like I normally do. We're not going to deep dive too much into this, but pause if you'd like to read any of this. Try to get as close as I can here. There we go. So pause if you want to read any of this stuff right here. I'll do all the languages just for everybody. There we go. And there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of move these off to the side for just a second. I'm going to leave this up just in case I need to reference anything here. We do come with an extra O-ring. We know how I feel about that. Thank you, Trustfire, for including one of those. That is awesome when companies do that. I think it is totally necessary to do that. We do get a nice little lanyard. This is just a pretty much a standard lanyard, generic, but they work well. That's a reason why a lot of companies include these. So you do get a lanyard, so which means we will have, lanyard attachment points. And this looks like an interesting charger. So this looks like this guy. Okay, so we'll go over that a little bit. Remember, this is just going to be the unboxing. For my particular model, it looks like, okay, yeah, it's just dust. No biggie. Okay, cool. I was really hoping those weren't scuffs. So here is the Trustfire MC3, and right off the bat, it feels pretty nice in the hand. I actually kind of dig the pocket clip. A lot of retention going on here, and I know this is the first thing I jump to is the pocket clip, which is kind of weird. But the placement, that placement you don't see very often. It hooks into the middle of the light, which is actually really nice. It does rotate, so you can kind of move it to contour to your hand. But that is nice, and I like the chamfering. I like how it, you know, just kind of how it scales down the way it does. That slope. We do have a little bit of a Loch Ness Monster going on there at the end, but since it's in the middle of the light, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But you know, when you're carrying this in your pocket, we'll take a look at that. We'll pull out my test pocket and then kind of see what kind of ride height we get. So here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and, yep, there we go. It does come with a battery. Comes with a big old 21700. This is a Trustfire battery, and we can see it is not a protected cell, so that is very, very nice. So far, I'm actually very, very impressed. The inside of this looks really, really nice. Go ahead and pull out a little flashlight, my little testing light here. We can see everything on the inside of the body looks very, very good, or the tube, or however you refer to it. And then we'll look. Let's try not to get too much glare. There we go. Man, the quality of this is actually really nice. I'm so far I'm happy. That's always my fear for trying out new brands is I have the brands, you know, the brands that I like, and I've tried out a lot of brands. But there's been a couple brands that I gave their lights and stuff a shot, and I get the light in the case of like Brynite, and I get the light, and I'm afraid it's going to start a fire. So sometimes I get a little bit of tunnel vision when it comes to new brands, and I just don't try them like I should, and then I always end up impressed. And I don't know, maybe this Trustfire light's what's going to make me learn. If we look, I don't know, there we go. You can see we do have a domed LED, and I believe that was the which one was that? The XHP, yeah, XHP 50. So that is a domed LED, and we can see we do have kind of a coated lens. I don't remember reading what it said the coating was, but we do have a coating on there. That's why it's shimmering purple. And then we've got that nice little orange peel reflector going on inside of there. Now remember, this is just going to be the unboxing video, and then we will actually have, ooh, that's a bright boy, and then we will go to the actual like review of this light where I'll do some outside beam shots and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and do a couple of the normal things. So let's go ahead and we'll take a weight. We'll do a weight. Let's get the weight. So we are at 4.4 ounces. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was one of the first things is for a 21700 flashlight. It really isn't that heavy, and we are like just at 4.5 inches long. So this is a nice EDC profile, especially for it being 2500 lumens. The featured modes I know are going to be high, medium, low. You have an eco, SOS, and you know the strobe modes. And then of course, we saw that we have magnetic charging, which is something that we will just go ahead and give a try. I love magnetic charging, as we all know. I'm a big fan. It just makes it very, very simple. A lot of your custom build flashlights, they're going to have, you know, where you just pop the battery out, you put the battery on the charger. Not that big of a deal, but depending on where you're at and, you know, kind of what you're doing, it's kind of a pain. You know, your battery goes dead, you can't really carry, you know, you can't really carry a one of the, and well, I guess they do make some small ones, so maybe stop speaking before I think about it. So here we can see the charger does have an LED on it on both sides. Very nice. And then, so here's our fire button on one end. Flip her over, and that's what looks like. Haha, it is. And then there we go. And then now we have a red LED letting us know that we are charging. And now it does say that it is a fast charger. It is USB-A, so I'll have to do some charging to see kind of what the fast charging is. And then we'll see from there. So let's go ahead and unplug this for uno momento. So let's talk about the features just a little bit real quick. A lot of this I usually cover in the unboxing video, but since this is a sponsored content video, we will go over some of the features because it's gonna be a few days before we actually get the full review of this flashlight out. So for manipulation of this flashlight to turn it on and off, it actually is very, very similar to the Rovivons. So you press and hold down for about a second, and you can see we power on. And man, that those, I know this is going to sound kind of redundant or counterintuitive, but those reflectors are really, really they're doing their job. So once it's turned on, all you do literally to cycle is just press, just like you would on the Rovivons. You just click through. To shut it off, you're going to just press and hold for about a second, and then it'll turn off. Same thing, there we go, turned it back on. And then it does have memory. So if we turn this up to, like, let's say high, I turn it off, and then I turn it back on, it's going to come back on to high. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of it just remembering the last mode that you were on. I think that should be an industry standard. That should be something that every freaking flashlight does. If you turn this flashlight off and you turn it off on medium or any other flashlight, why doesn't it just turn back on medium? Why does it have to be on low or high or okay? Well, we'll save that for a Flashaholics Anonymous episode. But that has been one of the banes, just banes of my existence. Is literally like it's such an easy. Well, I say easy. I'm not an engineer or whatever, programmer. But it sounds like such an easy concept to just do that for the memory mode. I've had flashlights where it's like, God, I can't remember the brand, where it's like to memorize the mode that you're currently in, leave on for 20 seconds. Why? Why does it have to do that? Okay. So this has a lock and an unlock. So we can see flashes. And there we go. You see we are locked out. So double clicking turns us. Yeah. Okay. Remember, I've never had one of these before. So double clicking takes us to lockout mode. See, it's letting us know that it's locked out. And then double clicking again turns it on, and then you can start pressing the button down to ramp. I am a fan of that too. Double clicking. I mean, it's a lot different because if you're, if you use a lot of Olights, you're probably used to double click its turbo. And it's like that with a lot of flashlights, but that's actually kind of a nice feature. Double click. Yeah, I dig it. It takes some getting used to, but not to say it's not. It's actually I kind of like that. If you use Enduro flashlights, you have to click 4 times, and if you click 5 times, you go into like blinkies, and if you click 3 times, you do something else. So I like that. I like that it's a simple double click because double clicking is. I mean, nowadays, double clicking, because of the way a lot of turbos activate, it's kind of just something that you do, that you're just kind of used to doing, just tap tap. So that's another feature. I'm pretty impressed with this. I'm okay. All right. All right. I'm glad Kevin recommended this MC3. Now I'm going to assume that a lot of the other, and take this with a grain of salt. I already mentioned I don't have a ton of experience with Trustfire. But I'm gonna take this as a lot of their flashlights probably operate this way, and I'm kind of digging it. I think that I like the UI for this. Going back real quick to this, I'm just gonna plug it in and let her do her thing. Going real quick to that does turn green. I can't remember if I said that. This flashlight is IP68 waterproof, and it does have a meter drop test that they do. So. I think this is good for EDC. Now it is a little bit on the bigger side. It's as you can see when I'm holding it. It's a big boy, but I mean we're rocking a 21700 battery, so you're gonna get a little bit more output and you're gonna get better battery life with that 21700. So I think for $60, and if you go there and you use the 20% off coupon, or the 20% off discount code that I'll have in the link below, that KL20, that puts this flashlight under $50. And I think for a 21700 that comes with the battery, that puts out 2500 lumens for under $50. I think that's a pretty good deal. I think this flashlight. I can't wait to get it outside and test it. So far, I can just tell you the only thing that I wish that it actually had was a neutral, more color, but that's just because I'm becoming more of a tint snob. So that's a personal preference for me. Not doesn't pertain to everybody. So like I said, that's another one of those things where you can just I literally just blinded myself with this flashlight. So that's just one of my things is I'm starting to get to be a little bit more of a tint snob, but I still really enjoy cool white flashlights. And to be honest, I prefer cool white for flashlights that are high outputs, high lumens, so, something such as this. So I think the cool white on this flashlight does it justice. I think that's a good tint for something that's a high output 21700 like this. So that being said, the last thing I'll just show real quick because reasons. I don't know if my lights are too bright. Possible. Is it picking it up? It looks like it is, but just trying to show off that you do have a battery indicator. So I think that is going to be it for the unboxing. I kind of went over a lot of stuff that I normally do on the review, but I've been super stoked to be able to get this flashlight and go over it and talk about it and just get it unboxed, to be honest. I got the box in, I think, Thursday, and I'm recording this video on Saturday. And I've been super excited to get this video recorded, but stuff's been crazy with work. So I wanted to make sure I gave it the proper time to be able to do it. I don't like to rush any of my videos. So I waited until the weekend when I have the time off to be able to sit down and actually get this guy open and look over it. And I think that I'm going to enjoy this, and I can't wait to get outside and do the comparison shots. That's always one of my favorite things to do, is just get outside and do some beam shots of these flashlights. I think that's so much fun to do, especially when I can compare it with other brands. So as promised before we end this video, there is your carry height, your ride height. Now I am certain that you can reposition this clip because, just looking at it, you could possibly flip it the other way. We'll go over that after I've carried this for a little while and try to play with the positions. We'll go over that in the real review. So, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you again, Kevin and Trustfire, for sending this in to the channel for a little review by little old me. I really appreciate it. Guys, like I said, I will have the link down in the description below if you'd like to go check these guys out. Super nice, super great products. I will also have the discount code down there as well to be able to save that 20%. One more time, KL20. And yeah, just, support cool brands that send stuff in for us to, just look at and see what we think. So for sure, thank you guys so much for sending it in. Thank you to all my loyal viewers, subscribers, family for stopping by, checking out the video. Definitely can't do this without you guys. I greatly appreciate all of you. There we go. Words, got it out. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'll catch you guys in the next one.